And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone. He is on top of the all-time home run list.
This record is not tainted at all. At all. Period. And you guys can say whatever you want.
How do you view Bonds' accomplishment now, 10 years later?
Barry Bonds is the best baseball player I've ever seen. I mean, his numbers, I call them enhanced Bonds. They were cartoon character-like. One of my favorite stats ever is that on any given swing in his prime, in that second prime, he was only slightly more likely to swing and miss than he was to get an extra base hit. And I saw two different incarnations of Barry Bonds. The argument was Ken Griffey Jr. or Bonds. He was that kind of player, 40-40 club, all that stuff, MVPs. So he very easily could have been, and I think even was, the best player then. So he was the best before cheating, and then he was the best at cheating. And what I mean by that is not getting caught. I mean, he saw guys like Sosa and McGuire start putting up these gargantuan numbers, and he goes, wait a second, I'm better than those guys. Watch this. And then he went on to become Babe Ruth. So he was at one point Ken Griffey Jr., another point Babe Ruth, and I get it. It's not something we should celebrate as far as cheating to gain an advantage, but as far as watching a career, Barry Bonds is indisputably, for me, the best baseball player of all time.
First of all, can we go, I mean, look how he looked in that press conference. I mean, that's crazy that we took it as truth that guys just sort of look like that. Meanwhile, all these years later, baseball players don't look like that. There are two stories in sports so far that since I've been doing this as a profession, where the majority of the public sentiment has changed, and it seems like almost instantaneously, maybe a year or two, where public sentiment just swung from one way all the way to the other. One very good thing was gay athletes. I feel like at one point, not too long ago, people saw that as an issue or something we had to overcome. Now I feel like a gay athlete would be accepted in every sport and should be accepted in every sport. The other one is PEDs. I feel like the public sentiment has changed on this so much. From the day that Bonds hit that home run, people used to throw syringes out onto the field. He was a pariah. Now I feel like people are upset that he's being kept out of the hall, that because of what you're saying, his accomplishments with a little bit of time and perspective, we're seeing them for what they are. Now, I see the Hall of Fame as a museum. I feel like everything should be represented there. So I feel like he should be in the Hall of Fame, and we should be taking a look at what do we know now, 10 years after Barry Bonds did this, hit this home run and had this accomplishment. Not let's chastise, this is just all part of the history of the game. That's how I feel like it should be treated.